Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back. My name is Yusuf, and today I just want to talk about why I'm moving to Santiago, Chile. So, for those of you who just want a very quick answer, my wife accepted a position based in Santiago. This is mainly the gist of it, but obviously there's a lot more to it than just hey, we got a job in Chile and we're going. A lot of things factored into this decision. To begin, it's my wife and I, enjoy traveling a lot. We've been all over the world, from Japan, Singapore, Malaysia, Egypt, Turkey, Prague, Vienna, Budapest, Peru, Mexico. So you get the gist. We've been, all over the place, and common theme throughout all of this is, wherever we've been, we've really enjoyed where we have been, where we visited. We always saw ourselves being able to live in all of those countries and enjoy extended times there. And we both are, passionate about travel. And in addition to travel, we're both very passionate about, FIRE, or financial independence, retire early. So, one thing we've always talked about is, retiring early and, becoming expats, moving abroad somewhere, enjoying life outside of the U.S. So we figured, why not, this is a perfect opportunity for us to kind of, test drive living abroad in a different country while still having an income from a job. This isn't exactly going to be one for one. Being retired and living as an expat in one country is, different than, working and living in another country. But it's still, I think a good indicator and a good test of, how we would enjoy doing that. So one thing you guys might be asking is, well, have we visited Santiago, Chile? Have we been there before? And neither of us have been, unfortunately, just due to the timeline for applying to the job and getting it, and just our personal lives. We did not get the opportunity to go, but we're very confident in that. Even if we do, now that we are going to be going to Chile and Santiago, living there, that we would like it. We've been to a lot of different types of countries where the economy, the infrastructure, the people, the cultures, they're all very different. But we've always found ourselves seeing ourselves being able to live, whether it's, in the Middle East or East Asia or South America or Europe, or everywhere in between. So, no, we haven't been there. Ideally, we would have loved to have visited Santiago, got to experience the, how it is there. But that being said, obviously, we took the job and we'll be going. But I'll still be, my wife and I will both be going there in a couple weeks, less than a couple weeks, to get to check it out before we go permanently and move all our stuff there. So we'll kind of have an idea of what we're going into before we actually make our permanent move there towards the end of the year. In terms of what I'll be doing in Santiago, I'll be able to take my job. Currently, I work, remotely for a tech company. When we were going through the process of applying for the job and for my wife, I was always under the assumption that I'd be able to take my job there, since we do have people from all over the world working for the company. But once I finally broached the topic with my employer, they don't necessarily do employment specifically from Chile. There's some concerns they have in regards to, without going into too much detail, permanent establishment and corporate taxes and how they go. And it's a small company, so they typically hire through things called like EORs or contractors. So long story short, I do not, with how things are leading right now, I'm not counting on being able to take my job with me. Of course, we would not have still taken that opportunity to go to Santiago if we needed that income. We'll be able to get by, obviously, on a single income for the time being, or even if it was long term. We're still very comfortable living off of one salary. Um, just weighing everything, the pros and the cons. The opportunity for us to get to experience this, to have this experience, to be able to test living abroad was too good of an opportunity for us to pass up here. And this is, not the worst thing in the world for me. This gives us time to kind of go there, settle in without having to worry about, getting there and hopping on a computer to do work right away. We'll have a month or two to settle in. And then, obviously I'll take my time looking for another job while I'm there, whether it's in the same role, capacity as what I'm doing now or something else completely different. But, to fill the time as well, obviously I'll be checking out, getting acclimated and adapting to living in Santiago. It'll give me time, outside of job searching to maybe explore and make more videos, checking out Santiago, exploring the neighborhoods, maybe some walking videos, maybe some, there's potential for some things there. So the timeline is still undetermined at this point in terms of when exactly we're moving. There's still a bunch of, things that need to be done, visas and all of that for us to move there. We have to sell a house. We have 3 senior pets that we have to also figure out moving there. So there's a lot to do before we actually move. But all that being said, we're still looking at somewhere in the next 6-7 months here, hopefully. Overall, I'd say, my wife and I are very excited for this opportunity. It's something I'm personally very excited about. I've always wanted to, live abroad, experience life outside of the U.S., as an expat, and for a lot of reasons. Without going into too much, detail in this video about how things are, just the way things are trending, whether it's economically, job market, job opportunity-wise, politically. All those things all together. Figured might be a good opportunity to just take a break and try something different. And my intention is to, share that all with you. I'm sure a lot of you share, similar sentiments for different reasons or wanted to experience living abroad for whatever it might be, just trying something different, or you're trying to retire. So my intention is to at least share my experience. I know it's one of one. It's everybody's experience is going to be different, but I just want to at least share what my journey and my experience is going to look like moving to Santiago. Please leave any questions you might have for me in the comments. Any recommendations or stuff you'd like to see me do or make a video about in the process of moving to Santiago, or once I actually get there. Please let me know. But till next time, have a great day.